Whose responsibility is it? One. Who's stopping them from coming? Who's stopping them from coming in? I'm asking you, who's stopping them from coming in? I have a right. People don't have a right. Oh, who told I don't have a right? Who told you that? Where are you commanding? Who is commanding? Why can't you command me? No, don't command. No, don't command. Don't command. If you go to the court, what will happen? What would you think will happen? What will happen?
All right, good morning, viewers. This CNC News reporting live here is Casey. Here with me is Mr. Chinedu. Mr. Chinedu, good morning.
Good morning.
So let me have your reaction concerning what is going on now because of Nnamdi Kanu versus the federal government of Nigeria. Mr. Chinedu, it is reported that Justice Omotosho have decided to sentence Nnamdi Kanu to 20 years imprisonment. Do you agree with Justice Omotosho that Nnamdi Kanu should be sentenced to 20 years imprisonment if Nnamdi Kanu fails to open his defense?
Right, Nnamdi Kanu will not even talk about opening his defense until the federal government be able to do the needful. They are the one that kept Victor Omotosho there. They gave him that appointment after all judges have refused to preside over Nnamdi Kanu's case. Those Omotosho, was planted there, no doubt about it, But outside that, is he trying to tell us that another type of constitution will be used against Nnamdi Kanu? Well, unfortunately, Nnamdi Kanu is already directly engaged with them, and he has come out to say it. Let the law, because we have extant law and the ones that are repealed. Are you going to try Nnamdi Kanu based on extant law? Or are you going to try Nnamdi Kanu based on the one that is repealed? Or are you going to manufacture, judgment like the doctrine of necessity we saw during Jonathan, just to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is being sent to jail to satisfy the Fulani hegemony? If the question is left for Omotosho, the whole world is watching, and I can tell you there are reactions from all over the world. Senior legal luminaries are reacting to the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And I can tell you that if the Supreme Court has said that the matter should be referred to the appeal court judgment, you first of all obey the court of appeal judgment. You refuse. Then you plan to sentence him 20 years imprisonment. Secondly, what is Nnamdi Kanu doing in DSS custody when it was clear that he was illegally rendition, and there's a Supreme Court judgment that someone that was illegally taken, kidnapped, brought back without due process, according to national and international law, there's no court of competent jurisdiction that have that powers legally to try Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria will continue to thrive in illegality. Nnamdi Kanu is a symbol of resistance. No doubt about that.
All right, Mr. Chinedu, do you think that Nnamdi Kanu has what it takes to defend himself after the sacking of his legal counsel?
No, Nnamdi Kanu might not have what it takes to defend himself. Then they should be able to rewrite whatever law that is going to be used to judge Nnamdi Kanu. And that is what I said. The extant law and the one that is repealed. Which one? And what Nnamdi Kanu is asking, which one are you going to use to try me? You have no justification for that. But in a situation where the Nigerian Bar Association, unfortunately, we have lost Nigeria as an entity. The Nigerian judiciary that is supposed to be independent to defend humanity, whatever the reason is, from terrorism to felony, from felony to terrorism, Nnamdi Kanu is not being charged because of self-determination, because Nigeria is signatory to it. If to go on that direction, which was Nnamdi Kanu is campaigning for. That means they will end up complicating the judicial process at the end of the day, because Nigeria is signatory to it. Now, they brought up charges of linking Nnamdi Kanu to terrorism. They brought up charges linking him to treasonable felony. They also went as far as, contravening Commonwealth treaties between Nigeria and other Commonwealth nations, and kidnap. That thing is pure kidnap. That's a criminal offense. So on that basis, the Supreme Court has already ruled that someone that was brought through this process supposed not to face trial. Nigerian government is actually looking for something. You don't know why judges are running away from Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Nnamdi Kanu have decided to embark on suicide mission. Pure suicide mission. And I can tell you.
Against himself or against Nigeria?
See, bros, let me tell you, against every system. You understand what I'm saying? Against every system that's conspired against an existing constitution. What Nnamdi Kanu is saying is that, that the constitution of Nigeria should at least, the law of Nigeria should at least be obeyed. I think it's as simple as that. Obey the constitution of Nigeria. Some of those things has been are extra clause, or the one that have been repealed. Why are you now using it as a measure to determine a case of trial that has to do with felony, treasonable, terrorism charges? For me, I don't think it is worth it. Now, on that, let me tell you too, there was issue of no case submission when the federal government themselves closed their defense. And from the file presented to, I will tell you why we are, there's a motor show is planning to name Nnamdi Kanu 20 years or thereafter, if eventually succeed. Then, if you look at that now, the case file does not show any charges that is against Nnamdi Kanu. Every other thing has been passed. But because of, they say, national security and interest, not based on law, according to the reason some of the loyalists of what also is given, that Nnamdi Kanu, based on national security, they have to try him and jail him, not based on what already is being stated in the constitution. But it will be very difficult because this kind of matter is what will attract a world court order. Bro, we have
I was about bringing you in based on the World Court matter, because it is reported that the case file has been sent to the World Court and then been studying the case file of Nnamdi Kanu. So let me have your reaction. Do you think the World Court will come into in after if eventually Nigeria sent Nnamdi Kanu to maybe some years in prison? Do you think the World Court will come in?
He will not do that because there will be uprising. Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any offense. And that is what Sowore is telling the whole world. He never committed any offense. In February, October, or thereabout, 2017 or thereabout, Bola Ahmed Tinubu made a certain statement. He said, I do not believe in Nigeria. That is a treasonable phenomenon. Are they not supposed to arrest? T.Y. Danjuma called for self-defense. Take up arms. Are they not supposed to arrest T.Y. Danjuma? What is the offense of somebody? When has wars become violent? What? That everybody, including those in power today, used against Jonathan, Goodluck Jonathan. You see, and that is why the Igbo man have come to understand his position in Nigeria and why he has been kept by an act of oppression with the only interest to savage and loot the resources that belong to the East. They see Nnamdi Kanu as a resistant voice, as someone who is stopping the agenda. Nnamdi Kanu's trial, as we see the way it's going, is going to attract another global attention where we begin to see infiltration of international community, ICC, world leaders, world court, international criminal justice coming to look at actually what did this guy do. First of all, based on that act, Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to face any trial.
Mr. Chinedu, do you think that Nnamdi Kanu is doing all these things for him to get sympathy from the international community? Or he actually know what he's doing?
No, Nnamdi Kanu is not seeking for sympathy.
Because last time, why I'm saying this, last time,